Hi, Sparkle family. Welcome back to another episode of the Miata Shante podcast. I am your host, Miata Shante. How y'all feeling? How y'all living? It's spring break, and I'm spring breaking it because the kids is gone, honey, and I am enjoying it myself. I mean, can we be honest here? Can we be honest? Do y'all, all my moms out there, are y'all just enjoying just a little breathing room, honey? Just enjoying a little food by yourself, a little drink by yourself, a little crumble cookie by yourself. Yes, amen. But yes, I'm happy to be back on this microphone. It's been a little minute, and I just wanted to come back and just reintroduce the podcast and really dive deep into belief. Sometimes, we lack the belief. I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it, y'all. I'm here for it today. So belief is something that I strongly and highly don't always put value into. You know what I mean? How many of y'all just don't put a lot of value into belief? And I'm not saying belief into other things. I'm just saying the belief that you have within yourself. That you have the power to do something. That you have the talent. That you have the knowledge. These things about yourself. However, when it's time to show up for yourself, it's not that easy. So you lack the belief and that value of the belief that you have within yourself, and you kind of put it on the back burner to encourage the belief in something else or in someone else, and then you deplete your own energy because you're not giving that very belief, that little small ounce of mustard seed belief that you can give to yourself and your ability to, increase the power, the authority, the financial gain, just the overall wellness of your life. And that's what be going on with me. You know what I mean? I can put the belief in a lot of things. I can put the belief in learning, in doing a new recipe, learning a new skill, I can put belief into that because I can see the potential of the value or the gain that is in it. But when it comes to me believing in my own ability to really step out on faith and really do the thing that God has really called me to do, it's hard to see it. It's hard sometimes for you to believe in that vision that that God has given you and he's made plain as day in your heart, because you just get that flutter behind it. You just get that excitement behind it. You just get that joy behind it because that it's impactful in a positive way. And so belief is tied to knowledge, and when you believe in something, you have knowledge in it, and sometimes it don't necessarily have to be book knowledge. You know what I mean? It's sometimes the knowledge that's within your heart, the wisdom that you can provide in order to help that thing grow, or to help a person grow, or just to help a whole situation become more positive, and add some light somewhere. And I went on an interview lately, and I've never been asked this question before. He asked me, he said, how do you think you can provide, support in this role? And I was like, oh, wow. You know what I mean? I'm being challenged right now in just, not even my knowledge or skills of what I can bring to the job, but what can you actually bring? That was the question to say in anything that you do and anything that you're involved in. What belief do you have down in your inner self and you're confident in that belief enough to say, this is what I can bring to the table. It has nothing to do with the skills that you are asking me to do. It has nothing to do with the job description, sir. It has nothing to do with any of that. But I can guarantee you that I'm that girl, and what I'm going to bring to the table, it's not going to be matched. It's very much unmatched because I'm the only one that can do it. I'm the only one that believes in myself enough to know that I'm confident in whatever area that it is and to create that environment. And so what I explained to him during that interview is that I love to create environments. I love to create environments that are impactful to your mental health, to the mind, because we can motivate each other to, we can motivate each other to, girl, go start that business, or, what impacts you or inspires you to do whatever it is that you're doing. If you want to start a YouTube channel, you're going to watch somebody that inspires you and brings that out of you in order to do that. But how can you do that for other people? What belief do you have within yourself to say, this is a skill that I have, that I know that God blessed me with, because it didn't come with any knowledge. It didn't come with the book knowledge. It didn't come with college knowledge. It didn't come with high school knowledge. It didn't come with none of type of that knowledge where I had to study. But I know that it's a supernatural knowledge that I have inside of me, because I want to help people grow in this area by doing this. I know it's a passion because I believe in it. And then sometimes we don't think like that because it's not as easy. It's easier said than done. You know what I mean? So it's like sometimes you have to really do the work, whether it's in the morning or at night, and you really sit with yourself and you say, what belief am I going to pour in myself today? What belief do I have within me that I believe that nobody even knows that I can do this for real? Nobody even knows that I have this capability. Nobody even knows that I can really show up like this. But it's inside of me. It's the internalness of life that brings life external. None of this stuff that we see or we have was created by just thought. No, it was some type of passion behind it, for somebody to create a purse for you to carry all your junk in. You know what I mean? For somebody to create a diffuser for you to smell a scent that is going to either calm you or put you in a better mood. All of these things were thought out through the creativity of the innerness of saying, I put my heart in this. I believe in this. I know that it can go as far as I need it to go, or go as far as I wanted it to go, because I believe that this very thing is from my heart. And if you do anything from your heart, you're going to prosper. If you forgive from your heart, if you love from your heart, if you provide from your heart, that is the ultimate first step of belief, because it is coming from your heart. And I have to tell myself that all the time, because our mind is an everlasting race. It's just like life. It's just like this earth going round and round and round and round. That's how our mind goes, because we're trying to figure it out. How can we do this? How can we do this? Make sure we do this. Make sure we do that. Do this before we got to go to bed. Do this task on this to-do list, because that's how we've been conditioned to think. We've been conditioned since we were put in school. Because have y'all ever heard that saying, where it's like a little kid and you see them and they ain't started school yet and they just spoiled as ever. They get to do what they want. They have the freedom to do what they want. They can explore, get into anything. And somebody may tell you, what you gonna do with that baby when they get in school? Them teachers ain't gonna put up with that baby when they get in school, because then that's when you transition into the conditioning of the mind, the discipline of the world, the discipline of society, the discipline to be able to function in a world that is normal, because we are all abnormal beings. We're all not the same. You cannot make us the same. We can have the same structures or the same patterns because those are passed down. The patterns that your mom or dad may have, you may have gravitated to those patterns, but your spirit is unique. What you bring to the table is unique, because you can look at these kids today, honey, even my kids, and I'm like, where y'all come from? Because wait a minute, what did you just say? Can you repeat that? Like, what? I'm trying to figure it out. So the uniqueness of an individual versus the patterns and the condition and the structure that has been learned and taught. And so it's like you go through all these years of school and you're believing in the knowledge that you can learn in order to succeed. But it's the believing of yourself that you can learn the knowledge and you can implement your own unique way of learning it in order to succeed. It's not that knowledge is not obtainable, not important, rather, in life, but it's how you use the knowledge with self in order to believe that you can get whatever you need to get done. And so I say all that to say, believe in yourself. Whatever is speaking to you, whatever is nudging you, whatever is wanting power out of you, whatever is natural to you to do. And you don't have to get out of your character. You don't have to get out of your way. You don't have to go out of your way to get this thing done. And you begin to align with your belief to where you begin to align with life, to where you're not chasing the very thing that you feel like you need, or you feel like you need to gain in order to be happy, in order to have people around you, in order to be in these rooms or these opportunities. The belief that you have within yourself is the very thing that's going to take you to the next level and really elevate you and empower you, because that is the light that needs to be turned on so that it can be turned on in other people. Because once you believe in your light will turn on the other torches of light that are behind you, beside you, sometimes in front of you. Because sometimes you can inspire somebody that you may believe in. You can inspire somebody that you may look up to, because your light is being turned on in a way to where you believe in that light, because that light is showing you a different perspective. And when you begin to gain a different perspective of life and a different perspective of the problems and the things that you may be facing, that is a different belief. It's adding a different value to you to say, I can overcome. I can get through this. And when somebody else come along and they say, how did you do that, girl? I believed in something different. I seen something different about myself, so I had to pursue a different way. And sometimes that different way may be uncomfortable. And a new belief may be uncomfortable. To believe that you are rich when you are right now poor, and you are right now have no money in your wallet, but you believe that you are rich. You're rich in spirit, and you came here abundant already. You came here knowing that the trees give me life. So I don't have to fight for life, because all I got to do is breathe, because everything is provided for me. I just have to align with it. Now, that don't mean be lazy. That don't mean everything gonna come to you. But that does mean that you have to withhold yourself to a belief and a standard that only you know, that God may be giving you, that God may be revealing to you, in order for you to get that thing really done through belief, through faith, through expectation of God, to know that it's going to get done, because you have the heart and the desire to match the alignment of the purpose of Him, because we do nothing for ourselves. We have nothing for ourselves. Everything that is given is obtained through the heart of the desire that we have done. So that is the reward that we receive through our heart. When our heart is nourished and when our mind begins to connect with our heart, we know that our heart is really the brain, because that's going to lead us and guide us to the rooms that we want to be in, the relationships that's going to really fulfill us, because our heart is already fulfilling. It's already fulfilled. So when you begin to really tune in with your heart, you can then flip it, and you're going to believe in your intuition. You're going to believe in your heart more than you believe in your mind, because your mind is always racing and it's always a never ending war. You know what I mean? Because it's the war of the mind. But when you tune into that spirit and you believe in your spirit and you look at all the things that you have been through and you say, where did this strength come from? I don't even know how I was able to do this. It's because your heart was in it. Your heart believed that you can do it. So then when you transition that belief into your heart instead of in your mind, because if you believe it in your thoughts, honey, I don't know what to tell you. I don't have no answer for that, because I can't believe in my thoughts all the time, because I'm like, girl, you thinking too much. You're overthinking it. And so I have to then tune back into my heart and say, okay, what is my heart speaking to me? What is my heart telling me to do? And that alignment with the heart is the direction for the alignment of life, the alignment of light. And I want to leave y'all with that today, because I hadn't spit on the mic for a minute, and I've been sitting on some words. I've been sitting on some thoughts, and I'm like, you know what? My sparkle babes deserve a little razzle dazzle, and I'm here to give it to y'all. And so I do want to invite y'all to join me on Patreon if you haven't. I would love to have you there to build a community of sparkle, build a community of positivity, and build a community through imperfection and embracing it, to believe that although we are imperfected, we are still perfect for opportunities based on that. And so I invite you to come on over, sis. Come on over. Become a little sparkleon, not a Patreon, but a sparkleon. And let's sparkle on purpose, okay? Because that's what we're here to do anyway. So I want to invite y'all over there. Please follow me on Instagram. I don't have Facebook. I don't have Twitter. I do have Instagram. It's Miata Shante _ Also, I am available for free consultations for a coaching session if you are interested at sparkleempowermentcoaching.com. You can email me there, send me a little quick note, and then we can definitely set up a chat. I love y'all so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. If nobody has told you, I am proud of you. Keep going. Life is an never-ending list of problems, lists of to-dos, but do you in those to-dos and make the best of it and sparkle on purpose. I love you all, and I will talk to you soon.